Hello, my single solitary viewer, and welcome to the Club House SMP. And as you can see, I've built a house at spawn, and I've even made a path to the spawn circle. Of course, I've recorded most of this using the replay mod, but there's a lot of functionalities with the replay mod that I'm not able to get working. Notably, making camera pathing and so on. That's because I'm missing certain codecs and such that I can't render. Anyway, I have to use a replay mod and record the replay mod instead of using the replay mod to render videos, because I'm not able to render videos with the replay mod. If anyone knows what settings to use for that and help me out with installing it correctly, then I'm all ears. In any case, I can still do some neat stuff. And you can see how this base came to be by and large. There's a few things I didn't record. Like initially, I put this cloth roof, so to speak, over my stable with cyan wool that I thought would fit. It did not actually fit nicely in the house. And I added a few things in the garden over here that you didn't catch on video, because sometimes I'm still a noob with the replay mod. But there's a lot of things going on at spawn, and it's expanding. We've got starter food, and we've got several starter chests that people have been making so that people who are just joining the server can get some starter gear. There's some starter gear chests over there. There's a starter food from Bunny inside here, yum yum yum, with beds. And we already have some stores popping up, like this one from Brodator, and this is Fang's Enchant House Community Enchanting that everyone can come and use. There's even a little bed here that is nicely hidden for those who want to sleep the night away. Maybe I could actually use it. Maybe that's not dumb. I think there's only one player that needs to okay, I don't know what they're saying in the chat. I deafened for a reason. They're definitely saying dumb things, but you can count on them to say a lot of dumb stuff. And we got some beautiful Fang custom trees, which is slightly better than my custom trees that you can see way over there. I don't have Optifine. I don't have Optifine with the replay mod. Doofus. And of course we've got Micros' starter base. But there were other shops popping up. I'm not sure how they're popping up. This one is new. This is, what is this? Is this needed cheese making a shop here? What is this? Dante's Parkour Emporium. Oh, I see. And Naked Cheese is trying to win the prize of the Parkour Emporium. I see. Well, well, look at him go. Nah, in truth, a very important addition, of course, is the Cheese Monument, the Cheese Man. All hail to cheese. And of course, the Chris MS Spirit. So there used to be, a pressure plate here, but someone fell in, and so that did not go well for them. Yeah. But the spirit of Chris MS lives on. So what we're going to see this episode is, of course, the building of this house, my spawn house. And you'll see the beginning of the building of my warehouse in the jungle. And I'm ready right now to actually pack up everything that I have at spawn. Well, everything that I have. I'm just filling my inventory here with all the gear I can carry, because I'm not going to be building here. I'm going to be building in the jungle. So let me see. What else can I bring that's going to be really quite useful to me? I think these planks here, yes. I can leave the spruce trapdoors behind. No, I think I'm going to bring the spruce trapdoors. And nah, I'll replace that with jungle wood. And 33, 32 sand. Okay. Let's go. Yeehaw! Well, I mean, I'm not on the horse yet, but I will be. Alright, it's a very long ride, actually. It's 3,000 blocks away, so that's why I need this horse. Alright, goodbye, Spawn. Goodbye. Step 1 of the Spawn house build. Even though it's a small one, it begins with terraforming. I had a nice ledge to start with, in my opinion, with a beautiful view of Spawn, but to make a nice build on it, I had to somewhat level the turn for the house itself, but also keep it looking as natural as I possibly could. From there, I can lay out the foundations. Now, usually this is kind of a semi-typical build that I do, so I tend to do a lot of these village or townhouse or cottage style medieval type houses, but this one I planned from the start to have a front porch that would be somewhat in line with the rest of the supporting columns of the timber that supported the house, and stone walls, because of course stone walls are sturdier than other types of walls. I wouldn't want a simple wooden house necessarily, not all the time at least. I like to mix things up, and this one is a stone house. I admit I improvise a bit with the timber structure in front, leading to the front porch, but it looks like sturdy enough to support like the awning in front, and the balcony, basically not the balcony, but a little roof over the front porch. And then I start with the outline of the roof. The outline of the roof is basically one of the defining features of your house, especially when it's a small house. As you can tell, ultimately the roof actually takes more space on the build than the actual walls themselves, so the roof always ends up being basically the most important part of the build. Now, this is kind of a little bit of a classic. It's nothing here has been invented or innovated. This has been done before, long before I started doing roofs like these. Now it's I bust out this kind of roof where, when I want to do a nice build quick, and I don't necessarily want to reinvent the wheel. Of course, you got to change things, and so this awning in front on top of the porch is something I've never done before on a house of that style. So there's always I always need something new, and of course, because I like to come out and walk on my own roof, I need a doorway that will allow me my own access to my own roof, just because I know I'm gonna want to go there. I just end up always like just hopping around and moving around when I play, and I don't like to be boxed in, even if it's in my own build. Now, the porch itself, I tried setting, you place blocks, you try stuff, and then if it doesn't work, you try again. Same thing for the awning in the rear. This one is made of wool, and as you saw at the beginning of the video, the final product is red and gray, not cyan and gray. In the end, I thought cyan did not quite fit in the picture. And, that's how it is with Minecraft. You place blocks, and if it doesn't look quite right, you remove them. Or you try something slightly different, or something completely different. Same goes for the interior. I started out with a bed at the bottom floor, but then I ended up moving it to the top floor. And the bottom floor became more of a, shed or a tool building thing. And upstairs, I would make two closets at the end that surround basically the door leading to the balcony in front, or the awning, and later that's where I would add my bed. To tie things together, I need still a little more terraforming for a nice little path heading up to the house. And I changed the cliffs a little bit to give them a little more life, I think, because now, as they were just pure stone. And the logic here is the places that are deeper or shadowier, I use cobble, and I put a cobble in the crevices to make it look like darker. And I'm trying this out. I put the clay blocks where there would be sun-baked stone, like there would be like paler and sun-baked, and I hope it pops out. I hope it looks nice. If I don't like it, I'm gonna remove it and change it. You can always come back and make some changes with Minecraft. That's the beauty of the thing. Nothing is permanent. You try stuff, and if you don't like it, you come back and change it, which I've done a few things already on the spawn house, because I did change the roof in the final product. If you look at the roof now, this is not the roof that you get in the final product, the beginning of the video. But now I've my little pond and waterfall and cascade has come out nicely. I added stuff for the horses. Everything's good. The jungle warehouse starts with a simple design. And of course, the warehouse is actually just the bottom floor. The top floor is probably going to be, well, perhaps my main house in the jungle. But I start with a pattern that I repeat, and then once that pattern is down, you can add elements that will disrupt the overabundance of symmetry. But first, it's helpful to actually start with something that's going to be fairly symmetrical and repeatable. That way you can have someone be able to repeat that pattern in their mind, and when you break that pattern, then you've created something that's going to be surprising. So I've got big stairs in front, 2 sets of stairs in the back, and the bottom floor, where you see grass right now, is also going to be just a stone floor. And that's where the warehouse is going to be. But to make those walls on the inside, I'm going to have to take a little trip in the nether, to the mining world in the nether, to the closest mesa, to the closest badlands, which is 7,000 blocks away in our resource world. So I'm going to have to, after harvesting the clay, I need to make a tunnel.
Fluz, did you die in the nether?
No, not yet. That's what I'm planning.
Oh. Okay, makes sense.
But I built the portal to the mesa, but it's right next to a fortress, so...
Oh. That's nice.
Ain't it?
Oh no, Fluz.
Yeah.
She died.
Oh, already?
No. I'm in the ocean with drown.
I mean, you're allowed.
You better drown.
Oh, I'm in the mesa. Okay.
Okay, I made a portal in the mesa.
Okay, cool. I can go through the mesa.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god.
Yes?
Scary, Fluz.
Oh.
Why there's no gold in here, Fluz? This is one of the questions that I need to be answered.
You need to
Maybe
be answered?
Yes. Maybe I might hold the gold already.
Could be.
Should have.
Damn it.
You're in the mesa in the mining world, or the mesa now?
In the mining world, Fluz. Whoa! I'm kind of drowning just a tiny bit, not too much.
Okay.
It's still called drowning.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but only a little bit, not too much.
Yeah, not too much.
Not too much.
Not too much.
Never too much. That would be excessive.
Yeah. Too much drowning is not good for your health.
Yeah. It's not good for your lifespan either.
No. Only a tiny bit will just, just to wake you up.
You need to go in the cave.
Oh! Yes!
So
Cave
see,
full
there are
of gold.
immense treasures in the cave.
Yes. It's not been taken yet. I have not been here.
You freaking blaze.
Oh. I'm sorry.
No, the blaze was flying over a pigman, so I couldn't attack him. Oh, skeleton head.
Congratulations on the head.
Yeah, thank you. I got a cow head and a skeleton head today.
Oh.
I got a
Why are you disappointed?
their head.
I'm trying to get a good head.
You're trying to get good head. Okay.
No,
Well,
not good head. Good head.
Yeah,
Do you know where
let him practice.
you know to get good head?
Yeah, it's just,
No.
I mean, some have a natural knack for it, I guess, but
Some people do.
What are we talking about?
most of the time they need practice. Fag.
Yeah.
Huh?
Don't worry about it, Fag.
Yeah, Fang, you don't need that.
Yeah, Fang, don't worry about it.
If you don't understand it,
Yeah, Fang.
Yeah, Fang.
Fang.
What?
Fang.
Something
Fang.
wrong.
Fang.
What?
Stone blocks.
Oh, hello.
Is it Fang you're looking for?
You can see in my eyes.
What do you see in Fang's eyes?
Gold.
I don't believe that. Anyone else believes that?
I'm mining so much gold. I'm
sure she's
happy.
lying.
What
Gold.
is this
What's
area?
Fang is mining so much gold. Yes.
You know Fang X-rayed in there.
Wow. Fang,
Yes, please.
why did you X-ray?
Birdie told me to do it.
I did not.
Birdie also do it too.
I did not.
Never X-ray. Though,
Yeah.
I've realized that using the replay mod allows me to go in the spectator mode inside the replay mod. Because you're controlling the camera and you can go
Yeah.
underground and see caves.
I mean, there was.
I haven't used it
someone-
yet, but
there was someone.
People do that in, like,
some
Reddit games.
QHCs that was using replay mod, leaving the game, looking at the caves, running back, and going in the caves.
It was cheater.
Yeah, it was Cheetah.
Yeah, I know.
Wow. Well, it's finally time to get this warehouse done. And by warehouse, I really mean the place where people store all their stuff. Every time, I never really make one, and I just leave my stuff in a cave. I think I mentioned this in the previous episode, to be honest. So, I went to the mining world to collect a lot of clay because I decided, well, there's one block I'd like to see as the backdrop to all those chests, and it's going to be this red clay. I know it's not perfectly filled in. This is a huge sin in the Minecraft world, but I like it when mobs spawn somewhere in your base and you don't know where, and then you hear the baby zombie and you're like, where's that baby zombie? And then you go look for it, and eventually you find it one day, and you're like, my child, I have found you. And this is basically the reason why I don't do any live commentary while building. Yep, you've heard it here first. What I was surprised to learn is that some people apparently don't have inner monologue, and maybe you don't have an inner monologue, which I was extremely surprised to hear that some people are like that. And they're not only some people are like that, but they're normal people. They're not even abnormals. I'm gonna leave a small hole in here, maybe because maybe you know what, I'm not gonna close this part here quite yet. Because I don't know, maybe I'm gonna do something special with the holes under the stairs. There's an opportunity there. I don't know what, but I'm not gonna close it off right now due to the opportunities, you say. But yeah, it turns out that people, the way they think, some people don't have an inner monologue. So, like, for someone who has a lot of inner monologue, like myself, I constantly have my own voice talking in my head when I'm thinking, you know. So it's literally talking, saying the thoughts, and that's a voice, and that voice can either talk in English or talk in French, depending on how long I've been. You know, if I've been on Discord for a long time, that voice is gonna that voice is gonna be in English. But like if it's from living every day where I live in Quebec, which is a French-speaking area in the world, then my brain might be in French, you know. But it's gonna be a voice, and it's gonna be a voice that says everything. But some people don't have that, and that's called the inner monologue. So at first I thought, oh my goodness, like, are those people capable of thinking? Why are they mentally deficient in the ways of the thinking? Like, I figured automatically that inner monologue was the only way to think, and now I actually blocked myself off completely from accessing my bed down there. What a genius. So perhaps indeed leaving the hole is the best thing to do. But the people who don't have an internal monologue, that internal voice that does their thinking, actually, it turns out, think using another mechanism. Basically, like, my inner monologue is my brain's operating system, like Windows. But some people use a different type of operating system, which is visual. So mine is like text-based and speech-based, and it's my voice, and it talks. Or a voice in my head, rather. Maybe it's not the same. It doesn't sound exactly the same as when I talk. But, like, out loud. But, like others, like, think visually. So they just visualize the things. And where I would normally think, I'd really go for a hamburger right now. That person who's a visual thinker will actually just visualize a hamburger, and you go, Okay, so people are not going to sleep. Alright, so it looks like Pat just died while he was AFK, and I'm very, very far away, but others are closer. And the quest is to scramble to get the stuff, to save Pat's stuff. So that's gonna look, better. You won't get the barrel opening animation, but it's gonna look just fine. It's gonna look just right. Oh, that's embarrassing. Alright, so let's just put that there. There you go. So I'm placing these barrels. Oh. Okay. You know what, actually? I like having one barrel like that. Breaks the monotony. I'm getting loads of chesticles. I don't know what I could do. If there could be maybe some secret trapdoors or something. Or I could make a little aquarium in here and glass. Oh, I could do that. That'd be nice. That'd be nifty. A little aquarium. I could go for that. Alright, so little aquariums. At least 2 little aquariums. Wow. I'm gonna look like a rich person. With that many chests, the people are gonna say, "Oh, fools must have a lot of stuff." And I'm gonna say, one day I will. not today, but one day. You definitely get the idea of what's going on in terms of storage. If I give you the plan of what the base is actually going to be, so you got the basement in here of the build. A lot of civilizations, like let's say for example the Mayans, would build basically a stone platform, and on top of the stone platform they'd build their houses and stuff. So that's kind of the kind of architecture I'll be going for. So it's going to look like this right here is a platform, and on top of the platform is the house proper. But at the basement of that house, this is the storage, and that I can work on immediately. Even though I don't even actually have a design for the house itself. and it may change. Even though I've got some pillars like this that might signal some support. I think I'm probably going to be doing something different. I don't know what, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try to go for something different. Anyway, I need to go make the 1 hour ride to spawn to get more wood so I can finish my chests. So obviously I'm going to be doing that off camera. So I want to thank you very much for watching this episode. And well, one day all these chests will be filled. One day. Maybe. What do you think? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Sponsored by the Flouz Crew on Patreon.